Executive readouts with risk heat maps, speak risk, drive decisions. Executives move fast, so give them clear risk stories that guide decisions, not just charts. A heat map shows color, but a narrative explains meaning, who's affected, how soon, and how big the hit could be. Your goal is to connect risk to outcomes, money, and time. For example, a 5-day outage risks $2 million revenue and missed SLAs this quarter. That sentence beats a red square every time. When risk has a voice, leaders can weigh trade-offs, prioritize funding, and act confidently. Let's turn data into decisions with concise, business-first storytelling. A heat map maps likelihood, chance of happening, against impact, how much damage it causes. High likelihood and high impact sits in the dangerous corner. Colors add urgency. Green means tolerable. Yellow needs monitoring or mitigation. Red demands attention now. Boost clarity with trend arrows. Up pointing arrow rising risk. Right pointing arrow stable. Down pointing arrow falling after controls. Example: third-party outage. Yellow, up pointing arrow. Likelihood climbing as vendor backlog grows. Keep the picture simple but meaningful, so anyone can glance at it and understand what's changing and what matters. Lead with the business effect, not the tech. Say, if this fails, we miss Q3 targets, before mentioning servers or vendors. Quantify with ranges, timeframes, and confidence. Estimated loss $800,000. $1.2 million over 4 to 6 weeks. 70% confidence. Use plain, decisive verbs. Avoid, reduce, accept, transfer. For example, we can reduce outage risk by adding failover, or we accept a 2% delay risk this quarter. This language keeps the conversation on priorities, costs, and trade-offs, the things executives must decide quickly and clearly. Start with a one-sentence headline that pairs the risk with the consequence. Supplier delays could push launch by 6 weeks. Then add evidence that earns trust, key metrics, a recent incident, or a credible benchmark. Example: on-time rate dropped to 68%. Peers reported similar delays. Close with a crisp action ask, the decision needed and by when. Approve dual sourcing this week to protect Q4. Data informs, narrative drives action. Keep it short, specific, and time-bound so leaders know exactly what to decide and why it matters now. Use this simple structure to stay sharp and consistent. 1. Context. What we're protecting and why it matters. Billing uptime drives monthly cash flow. 2. Risk statement. If X happens, Y business impact follows. Time, money, reputation. 3. Current posture. List controls, the gap, and the trend. Backups exist. Off-site copies missing. Risk up, pointing arrow. 4. Decision. The option, cost, residual risk, and timeline. Approve $300,000 to reduce outage risk from high to medium within 60 days. Fill it in, keep it tight, and make the next step unmistakable. Headline: ransomware could halt billing for 5 to 7 days. Impact: about $2.4 million revenue at risk, delayed cash collection, and customer churn if SLAs slip. Evidence: phishing attempts up 20% in 60 days. Backups have off-site gaps. 2 peers were hit last quarter. Action ask: approve $350,000 for MFA rollout and backup hardening to cut likelihood and speed recovery. Deliver in 90 days with staged milestones. Expected result: reduce risk from high to medium and limit downtime to less than 24 hours with 75% confidence based on test recoveries. Headline: Reliance on a single supplier could delay the Q4 launch. Impact: 6-week slip and roughly $1.1 million margin impact from missed peak demand and discounting. Evidence: supplier on-time delivery fell to 68%, regional port strikes increasing lead times. Safety stock exhausted twice this quarter. Action ask: approve dual sourcing now with a secondary vendor. Expect a 3% COGS increase, but recover schedule reliability to 90% on time within 60 days. We can transfer part of the risk and reduce delay exposure before the marketing spend locks in. Lead with outcomes, then show the color and trend so leaders know urgency at a glance. Quantify impact, time, and confidence to make trade-offs explicit. End with a clear decision and next step: what you need approved, cost, and by when. If your narrative ties risk to money and time, offers evidence, and requests a concrete action, executives can decide in minutes. Give risk a voice: short headline, proof that matters, and a focused ask that moves the business forward.